And next, I'd like to present Will Torres of Step Up for Students. I know that you all know him very well. So Will is going to present the Step Up for Students beca, so the Step Up for Students grant.
Yes. I'm going to stay right here. Or maybe not. Hi, everybody. My name is Will Torres. I'm the Regional Director for Step Up for Students. For a lot of you who don't know what Step Up for Students is, we're a nonprofit. So we give low-income students scholarships to go to private K-12 schools. And we're a statewide organization. This past year, actually, we're giving out 70,000. We actually gave out 70,000 scholarships. And actually, you can actually start applying today. For those of you who, if you're interested in the program afterwards, it's available for you. But I'm going to start off just a little bit of story about myself, because I actually was born in Puerto Rico, Ponce. My mom decided to take me to Jacksonville because she thought that would be the best opportunity for me. There were no Hispanics, so I was a little special case for them up there. And I went to the public school system. And by 8th grade of middle school, I just realized that I was getting bullied, and it was actually affecting my grades. And I did not want to go to the local high school, the local district high school. So I decided to exert my right with school choice. So my mom took me to a school choice expo, and with that, I decided to go to a school named Mandarin High School, and I took the hour-and-a-half bus ride. So I got up at 5, got to the school, got to the bus stop at 6, and I slept on the bus until I got to school. And I did that every day for about 2 or 3 years until my mom was finally able to actually move to the local area. And what I discovered, is that I was behind. I believe my school district is actually doing better now, the local one that I was supposed to attend. But I went to a higher performing school. And what the teachers found out was, hey, we need to give you some more tutoring. We need to give you some more resources. And with that, I was able to graduate, and I was able to apply to go to the University of Florida, where I graduated. And after that, I returned. And I found work, and long story short, I now work for a school choice program. So I'm a big advocate for school choice, because I am a product of it. And so for me, this is very personal. Because when being bullied in my local school, in middle school, and given the opportunity to go to a safer school where I felt that I could succeed, that's a big deal for me. And I'm sure it's a big deal for a lot of parents who have children out there. So if they are being bullied, or if they're not, performing in that environment, I completely understand. But with that being said, does everybody have cell phones? If you have a cell phone, can you please put it up? Smartphones, yes. If you wouldn't mind texting CIVIC, CIVIC, to number 52886. And this is just a way to get engaged. So if you just text CIVIC to 52886, and that's just for my boss, that's just for me to pay my bills, because that's something that we stress, civic engagement. But I want to first start off with a story, the Florida story. And one of our graduates who utilized the scholarship is on it. Her name is Denisha Merriweather. And I believe, do you have it up?
Steps into your backyard.
If it wasn't for the scholarship, if it wasn't for the school, you would probably meet me on the corner with a baby, trying to make ends meet. I would probably have a job. McDonald's. This is the school my 20-year-old brother went to, and he dropped out. My uncle dropped out of this school. My mother dropped out of this school. If I would have went to this school, I would have probably dropped out too. If he was able to attend, a private school and Step Up for Students scholarship, I think his life would have been much different. Like, I think he would have believed in himself more, It's sad. It's sad.
12 steps into your backyard, through tall green grass and into the wild.
I don't know where they would have been at. See, Step Up for Students helped them to get into the program. They've been doing real good, very good. Yeah, without Step Up for Students, I wouldn't have made it.
It's stable. I know that this is going to always be there. This teacher is going to always have my back. This teacher is going to always root for me. But as far as four-year university, I'm the first person in my entire family, not just my immediate family, but my entire family. So I'm making a lot of people proud. A lot of people are counting on me.
Promise me one thing, that you're going to be a decent little girl, and that you're going to do your work in school, that you're going to let nothing stop you, and you're going to go finish. And guess what? She come out May the 3rd from college. She's getting her bachelor's degree. And I think she's going to go further and step up as students able her to get all this good education. Yes, and I just thank God for it.
See, and that's the kind of stories that we want to give, because we're all about school choice. Actually, one of the things that I want to talk about was that, 1.5 million kids choose a school outside of their district. It's about 43% of students in Florida choose a school outside of their district. That's a big deal. And I don't think people realize how many parents exert that ability to send their child to a school that's best suited for them. But I'm here to talk about my program, Step Up for Students. So we administer 2 scholarships. I think she briefly talked about them. It's the Florida Tax Credit Scholarship Program, which some of you are actually using in here. And then the other one is the Personal Learning Scholarship Account, which actually was just created last year. And that's for special needs. In 2001, under the leadership of then Governor Jeb Bush and the state legislature, they decided to create our program. And the reason for that was they thought, regardless of income, a child should be able to go to whatever school that best suits them. So they created this program, and so since then, about 399,000 scholarships have been given out to low-income Florida low-income Florida school children, and in this past year, a bill was signed which now allows children in out-of-home care to benefit. So if you're homeless, if you're in foster care, this scholarship is also for you. And the reason is we want to empower our parents to be able to exercise their right to choose. So our scholarships are funded by corporate donations. So if a corporation has a tax liability with the state of Florida, so let's say you have if you're a corporation, you have $1 million. What they can do is they can redirect their tax liabilities to our program, and the state will match it dollar for dollar. And so 97% of every dollar that comes in goes out. So we only keep about 3% for operating expenses. That's unheard of. Like the average nonprofit, they use about 10 to 12%. We use 3%. And the reason for that is, we want our scholarships to go to the parents. We want it to go to where it should be going. And so our scholarships are capped at $5,272, and it's awarded to the students. And then, of course, the parent takes that money, and of course, they have all these choices that are available for them. And our website has schools that accept our scholarship. and then they're able to apply. And this is solely based on income. There's no test in order to qualify for the scholarship. So, and the easiest indicator is if your child qualifies for free reduced lunch, or if your family receives food stamps, then you would qualify for the scholarship. And it's first come, first serve. And again, like we also have scholarships for folks in foster care, and also kids who are homeless. And so a total gross monthly household income for about a family of two is about $2,426. And then of course it increases for every other family member that's in the house. And just to let you guys know, about 1,600 participating private schools are available for them across the state of Florida. And that scholarship can be used for tuition, books, registration, transportation, uniforms, testing. And all of our kids do get tested. It's required by the state of Florida that they take a national assessment test, like the SAT. And that's for us, so that way we can keep track of our kids to show progress. The next scholarship, this is the last one, is the Personal Learning Scholarship Account. And this is for students of special needs. So if you have autism, if you have spina bifida, if you have, there's actually a list here, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, Prader-Willi syndrome, Williams syndrome, or if you have an intellectual disability, you can qualify for the scholarship. And the scholarships are capped at about $10,000. And they can use that scholarship money for as small things like pencils to big things like laptops or even tuition. And it's to customize that child's education, because you know what? Some children who are special needs, public school is just not for them. So a lot of these kids, they need to be homeschooled. And so this gives parents the ability to provide the resources for that child. And they can buy curriculum, they can buy an iPad. But of course, all these have to be pre-approved by the Department of Education. So it's definitely, there's a lot of accountability, a lot of measurements, but we just want to give every child that choice, that ability. And you know what? It's been very successful. We've had about over 1,300 parents apply, and they're awarded. So, and this program just started last year, and I think the legislature was trying to pass a bill to increase it about $5 million, if I'm not mistaken. And that's what we're all about. You know, this isn't a private versus a public school battle. I'm a product of public school. This is just about the opportunity to give parents choice. And that's what I'm all about. You know what? And if 1.5 million students across the state of Florida are able to exercise that right, to me this is just another opportunity for you guys. If you feel that your child should go to a private school, or if you feel that your child will do better in a faith-based environment, like the Potter's House, then we feel that should be your right, and we're just trying to give you an opportunity for that. So if you have any questions, of course, I'll be here afterwards, but again, you could also apply at our website at www.stepupforstudents.org. Thank you.